Yo, what is up, everybody? It's the Nitro Rad Q&A. I'm going to be taking all those video questions you guys emailed me, and I'm going to be answering them. So, let's do it.
How do you feel about the Metal Gear Solid 5 cut ending? You know, the missing final cutscene. Do you feel the actual game that was released was incomplete? Or do you wish you saw the actual true ending that Kojima had planned?
I think it was a load of baloney, dude. Like, I can't, like, oh, it makes me so mad. Because that story, like, the first chapter has such a perfect arc to it, and you can tell, hey, there's going to be lots more chapters, and then there wasn't. To my understanding, what happened is Kojima was working on the game, and he gets paid a wage for working on the game, so Konami's giving him money to make the game, and he has to keep delaying it because he's like, hey, I really want to finish this. I got to make the story complete. And Konami sees it like he's just taking as long as he can so we can pay him. You're out of here, buddy. So he's like, oh shit, now I gotta wrap this up as fast as I can. So, of course, he couldn't finish it. I really wish they let him finish it, because Metal Gear Solid 5, that was the game I've been more excited for than any other game, other than maybe Pikmin 3, in my whole life. And it really sucks to see it have such a lukewarm conclusion. The final chapter, I guess, like the ending the game did end up having, it grew on me. You know, I went to appreciate it. I understand how it's kind of in contrast to Metal Gear Solid 2's ending, where Raiden throws away the dog tag with the player's name on it, becoming his own character. And in this one, it's the opposite. Big Boss has the passport with your name on it, and he's becoming the playable character. I can appreciate what he was going there, but there's a lot to it that should have been there that wasn't. You know, most obviously the scene where you were supposed to fight Eli in the Metal Gear, that would have been a sick conclusion, but yeah, even that wouldn't really been enough. You can tell there's a lot that's not there, a lot that should have been there, and it's absolute baloney that Konami ruined it. It sucks. Really, it really does.
I was wondering, as someone who's looking to get into filmmaking himself, I was wondering what your major inspirations were. Like, what made you decide to become a filmmaker?
Man, like, everyone's asking the same question. I don't know. Biggest inspiration for, like, wanting to become a filmmaker, again, I have to go back to James Rolfe, because I grew up watching Angry Video Game Nerd, and then when I found out he had his actual website that he was uploading so much personal content to, and he had these documentaries, kind of like autobiographical documentaries about him as a kid, how he kind of grew up into becoming a filmmaker, I just saw myself. I just kept seeing myself, how he was a kid playing NES, and he was making these action figure videos and these bad live action videos, and seeing that kind of passion, like, from that age, I just kept seeing myself in it. And the more I watched James Rolfe videos, the more I kind of aspired to go in that direction with my own life.
Sup, Nitro Rad, huge fan of your videos. So for my question, if you could make feature films, what kind of films would you make?
Okay, I gotta tell you, I love crime thriller movies, like The Departed, Reservoir Dogs, Goodfellas, Fargo, whatever. Crime thriller movies are, like, my favorite. So, absolutely, I would make a crime thriller movie. Maybe some about the criminals, maybe some about the cops, you know, the hard-boiled detective, you know. I love stuff like that. I'm not talking like Dirty Harry, where it's Clint Eastwood, like, I'm the cop. I mean, like, more so modern-day stuff, like Scorsese stuff. I love that stuff. So, I would definitely make a crime thriller. I guess a comedy, probably, because that's what I already do on Garanicor, though I do, like, nonsense comedy. It's mostly Alex's ideas that we filmed.
Here's my question. What kind of music genres do you like, and what artists do you listen to?
I've honestly never been a big music guy. If you look through my iPod, I got, like, 7 bands on it. That strikes a lot of people as odd, but, you know, there's music I like. Back in junior high, I liked a lot of classic rock, you know, dad rock, because that's just what my dad would listen to. I kind of grew out of that. Now I don't really care about AC/DC or Kiss anymore, as much as I like bands like The Killers, Garbage. I do like some older stuff, like Hall & Oates is one of my favorite 80s bands, but, you know, I guess, what would you call Garbage and alternative rock, modern rock? I don't know, man. I also like a lot of electronic music. I'm not talking like dubstep or glitch hop or anything, but I like stuff like nice electronic remixes of stuff. I like what do you call it? House trance. I don't know what it's called. Eurobeat's the shit, buddy.
What made you want to get into filmmaking before?
Like I've already said, James Rolfe, I guess, and my friend Robbie had a camera.
What motivates you to make 20, 30-minute videos for only 10,000 subs and crap pay?
Man, that's a question that just makes me think, what am I doing with my life? I don't know. It's more so hoping that I will expand. That's what motivates me, I guess, is hoping that I will get more subscribers, I guess. I don't know. What really, mostly, though, is there's a lot of games that don't have a high-quality review video about them. And a lot of people suggest, like, do videos. A lot of people want me to do videos on games where there's already really good review videos out there for. But I wanted to make videos on games that didn't exist for. So when I come across a game like Rough Trigger, type that into YouTube, there's no high quality reviews. So I want to be the one to make that. I just want to fix it because I want to live in a world where any game, you can think of any game, you type it into YouTube, you can find like a good 15-minute in-depth video of a guy explaining you all about it. It's more so that's what motivates me, I guess, that and hoping one day I'll get a little bit bigger.
Hey Nitro Rad, 64-bit for life here, and congrats on 10K, man. Really love your channel. And my question is, what review are you most proud of?
That is a good question. Maybe the Animal Crossing video. There's a lot of stuff in that video that I kind of upped the quality from normal. Like I filmed some skits, like the Yokai Watch thing, where I actually I drew those anime faces in Photoshop. I actually animated the yokai using a puppet warp tool in After Effects. There's a surprising amount of work gone into that. I guess the Animal Crossing video, I thought it turned out really, really good. Other than that, I guess the video I just put out, the LCD DEM Yuminishi Answered Prayers video, I really like how that video turned out. I think the quality of writing is a lot higher than normal. I found myself going on Google and typing in synonym for blank more often, trying to make myself a little less redundant with using the same words to describe it over and over. I found really good ways to describe things, like how I said, it's not weird because it's weird because it's in a game, it's afraid to get weird. When I thought of that, I just thought, okay, that's gold, I gotta put that in the video. So, production-wise, the Animal Crossing video. Writing-wise, the LCD DEM video.
Hey Nitro, I was just wondering what your favorite orchestral type music from any video game is?
I gotta say that Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 both have killer orchestral soundtracks, but my favorite is probably Xenoblade Chronicles.
My question for you is, which video did you have most fun working on and or editing?
My question for you is, why do you live in the Lucha Cave? Man, I'd say probably the Paper Mario video. That was a lot of fun to do because for the first time in years, I sat down and I played through the entirety of the 3 Paper Mario games, or at least the first 3. And I haven't played those games in forever, and I was just playing through the whole thing, recording all the bits that I felt were like, maybe this could go in the top 10. The top 10 butts video, that was a lot of fun. Just because it was a funny, stupid subject. The part when I shoot my friend Colin in the butt, he was standing right there. That was fun to film, putting the gunshot in After Effects. You know, it was a good time.
Who's your favorite Malcolm in the Middle character?
Buddy, man. I was hoping someone would ask that. Man, probably Dewey. He kind of became a more developed character where it just went from, he's the little brother, it went from, okay, Malcolm is a genius, so Dewey's a musical genius, and they really elaborated his character that way. I thought that was really cool, so Dewey.
What is your Smash Bros. Main?
I don't really have a Smash Bros. Main as much as there's a bunch of characters I do like playing as. You know, I like playing as Mega Man. I really like playing as him. I like playing as Shulk, because I really like Xenoblade. I start playing as him, you know, it's a lot of fun. I really like Lucas. He's the DLC character I use the most. I love playing as Lucario. I'm not very good with him, but I love his moveset. Olimar was my best in Brawl. They kind of nerfed his grab a little bit in Smash 4, I feel, and I don't like him as much as I did in Brawl, but, you know, I still like him a lot. And Falco, I love playing as Falco. His reflection move's a lot of fun to play with. But, you know, if I had to say I'm best with any one character, maybe Mega Man or Lucas.
which is your favorite and your least favorite Nintendo EAD games?
So I had to look up on Wikipedia which games were developed by Nintendo EAD. But out of all those games, Pikmin, the Pikmin series, absolutely Pikmin, and then the 3D Mario games. They're my favorite. I love those games so much. And least favorite, I played Wii Music once. There's a reason I only played it once.
And second, how did you met everyone at the Garanicor channel, like Brady and everybody?
Okay, for those that don't know what he's talking about, Garanicor is my other channel. It's where I post my short films and comedy stuff, and I do it with my 3 friends, Alex, Brady, and sometimes Brandon. I met Alex in high school, and we were in a business information technology class, which was essentially a typing class. We were learning to type. And since most of the people, myself included, could already type reasonably well because I played RuneScape and Robot Rage a lot as a kid, and you talk to people a lot, and using MSN over the elementary, junior high days, I already knew how to type well. So I'd finish my assignments, the typing courses, in less than 10 minutes, and I had like 50 minutes or however long a class was, the rest of the class to play Mega Man 2 on an emulator. And at the time I was playing Mega Man 10 at home. This was in grade 10, so it would have been 2010. So I had a Mega Man 10 desktop wallpaper on my computer in the lab. And Alex, who was in that class, he was a grade above me, but it was a grade 10 and 11 class. He comes by me, sees my wallpaper, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this game's easy. You just kill this guy and use his weapon to kill all the other faggots. It's great." And then he leaves. And then a couple weeks later, my buddy Robbie, we were hanging out, and Alex was at his house, and it turns out Robbie and Alex were friends. So we started making stupid videos and compiled them all into a stupid sketch comedy series called Peanuts and Coffee. It's still on YouTube. It's stupid. Check it out if you want. So, like, the first day Alex and I hung out together, we made that. Now, Brandon and I, we also met in high school. We had some theater classes together, and we just, pretty much through theater class, we met, and we just started hanging out. We were doing theater stuff, and then, of course, Brandon being funny, wacky actor, man, in some of my videos. It was bound to happen. Now, Brady, back when I was in like grade 11, I think this was, I ended up with 2 copies of Peace Walker because my PSP broke, so I bought another one used. It came with a copy of Peace Walker, so at this point I had 2 copies. So I sold the copy of Peace Walker, the extra copy, on Kijiji. For those that don't know, Kijiji is kind of like a Canadian's version of Craigslist, though it's a lot cleaner, better interface, and a lot safer, and it's a great website for buying and selling used games on the local market. So I'm like, I get this email from this guy named Brady, and I'm like, "Hey, yo, do you want to meet up at the mall? I'll pay you $10 for Peace Walker." I was like, "That's fine." So I meet him, and his grandma drives him up to the to where I was standing, and he comes out, and I remember he was wearing this Bowser hat. He was wearing this Bowser snapback, and he comes out, and he's like, "Hey, here you go," and he hands me a bag of change. I'm talking maybe a loony and a toonie. The rest is quarters, dimes, and nickels. $10 in quarters, dimes, and nickels. And he goes, I hope this is okay. And Brady's like 3 years younger than me, so he probably would have been grade 9 at this point, middle school. So he was a lot younger than me at this point. And I was just thinking, I'm not going to be rude. I got to be nice to this kid. So I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." A couple years later, I went to an anime convention and I was dressed as Big Boss. And I met this other guy who was also dressed as Big Boss. And we were talking about, like, yeah, which games we've been playing lately. And Brady was like, "Oh, man, I really like the story of Peace Walker. Man, I feel so bad for the guy I bought Peace Walker from. I paid him $10 in change." And I was like, "Bro, that was me." And that's how Brady and I met. We just kind of hung out a lot and become friends since. It's crazy.
Hey James, your boy the F-Bomb here, asking what's happening with Garanicor in the future. Granicle, Granny, whatever. Garanicor, what? Any plans in the future?
I don't know. Granicor kind of just comes and goes as it happens. Like, we don't really have a schedule. It's just, if I, Brady, or Alex, it's usually Alex, come up with an idea for a funny video, we'll film it and stick it online. Because to be honest, no one cares about Granicor. And, like, honestly, I love to think that Nitro Rad is really just an excuse to promote Granicor, because, I mean, people don't like sketch comedy. What will they like? Game reviews. Let's make that, get that popular, use that to make Granicor popular now. plans in the future, there's a lot of videos I do want to make. I want to make a Witcher 3 video. My friend Jax and I, we thought of so many good jokes to put in a Witcher 3 video. We need a Witcher 3 costume. So if that ever happens, expect to see Brady as Geralt. Alright, so that's it for the Nitro Rad Q&A. Thanks to everyone who sent in their questions, and thanks for watching. So now, what's left is for the draw to win the Shulk and Lucario amiibos. I didn't assign which one goes to who. You guys will have to fight amongst yourselves to figure out who gets what. But I made a random selection, and the winners are this guy and Mr. Foot, this guy. So congratulations on winning the amiibos. Hope you like them. Email me, get at me, asknitrorad@gmail.com. Get at me again, email me again with your I don't need it. You know what to do. You know what it is. Thanks for watching, buddy, guys.